Hey guys. So our book for March was actually called Maya Lin, Artist Architect of Light and Lines. And she was the designer of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. So there was a war called the Vietnam War. And after the war, they wanted to make a memorial to remember all of the people who fought in the war and died. And so this is the person that created the memorial. And so we're going to read about it. This is your book for March. So whenever we go back to school, Miss Simons has these books waiting for you. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and read it. And then it goes along with an activity for this week. So I'll show you that also. All right. So the title is Maya Lin, Artist Architect of Light and Lines, Designer of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. It was written by Jeanne Walker Harvey and illustrated by Dow Fumerick. I hope I'm saying that right. Okay. In the woods by her childhood home, Maya Lin played with her brother and explored and climbed the many rolling hills. One she named the Lizard's Back. Can you see something there that might look like a lizard? There's his tail, and they're up there on his back, and then there are his legs. And I don't think it actually looked like a lizard. I think she used her imagination to make it look like a lizard. On long walks alone, she searched for birds in the forest. Maya sat still as a statue, hoping to tame rabbits, raccoons, chipmunks, and squirrels. Could you imagine standing still as a statue? Or sitting still as a statue? I don't think many of you guys could do it. I don't think I could do it either. In her house full of light and open spaces, Maya read books and played chess with her brother. And with paper and scraps, she built tiny towns. Her parents had fled China at a time when people were told what to be and how to think. So saying that they fled China, it's kind of like they ran away, like they had to kind of sneak out because during that time the government was keeping people from kind of being able to do their own thing. They were being told what to think. So to flee means to kind of run away. It's not, it's something that you do quickly and you kind of have to sneak. Her parents never told Maya what to be or how to think. So I think because her parents experienced that of people telling you what to do and how to think, they thought, you know, that really isn't right, and I'm not going to do that to my kids, which I think is really great. Maya grew up with art. Her father was an artist who made art with clay. Her mother was a poet who made art with words. Remember, we've talked about poems in class before. She watched her father form a pot from a mound of clay without plans or drawings. Maya, too, thought with her hands as well as her mind. What do you think it means that she thought with her hands? How can you think with your hands? That's interesting. One day, when Maya looked at patterns of light and lines on the ceiling of her college library, she imagined she would become an architect who created buildings with art, science, and math. While studying overseas, Maya wandered through countries and cities, gazing at buildings of all types, new and old, learning all she could. So look at the different kinds of buildings that she saw. her last year of college, Maya entered a contest to design a memorial to honor soldiers who died during the Vietnam War. The contest rules said the memorial must blend with a park setting and include the name of every soldier who died fighting or was missing. That was almost 58,000 names. That's a lot. These rules rang true to Maya. She knew the power of names. Maya believed that a name brings back all the memories of a person, more than a photo of a moment in time. In the glow of the autumn sun, Maya walked across a field dotted with trees, the site of the future memorial. Through her camera's eyes, she imagined a knife slicing open the earth. You see where she's imagining the knife slicing open the earth? In her mind, she saw the cut in the earth healing over time to a polished edge, covered from top to bottom with names, an edge that reflected sky and grass and the people who visited the memorial. So this is what she imagined first with the knife slicing open, and this is what she imagined with the memorial. Back at school, Maya sculpted a model with mashed potatoes and then clay. She sketched a soft space of greens and blues, and before mailing her entry, she put her thoughts into an essay. So she wrote about it too. She didn't just draw a picture. She wrote that her long, polished wall would be a quiet place to remember all those who died during the war, a place to be experienced by walking down, then up past names that seemed to go on forever. The contest received so many entries, enough to fill an airplane hangar. Lots of famous architects and artists entered. The names of the contestants were hidden from view. So nobody knew who submitted what. So it was more fair. Out of 1,421 entries, that is a lot of entries, Maya's design was chosen. Simple yet strong, creative and new. But when they found out Maya was the winner, the judges were shocked. She wasn't famous. She was a young woman still in school. You see how shocked they look? Maya was as surprised as the judges. All was excitement at first, but then people objected. That means that they disagreed and they said, I disagree. I don't like this. I don't want this to happen. Some said her design looked like a bat, a boomerang, a black gash of shame. Their angry words stung Maya. That means it hurt her. For months, public hearings were held. Some people wanted to change the design. Maya was young, but she was brave. She did not back down. Finally, her design was approved. Maya worked with a team of architects and engineers who devised plans to excavate the land, build the wall. The granite was cut, polished, and engraved with the soldiers' names. The earth was dug up. Maya watched the panels suspended in space, set in place. The first time Maya visited the finished wall, she searched for the name of the father of a friend. When she touched the name, she cried, just as she knew others would. Thousands came that Veterans Day to see and touch and remember. Salutes, hands on hearts, honoring. And every day since then, visitors have done the same. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial was the first of Maya's many works of art and architecture. Memorials, sculptures, structures, and spaces, inside and out. Each piece is different, but all share Maya's vision. She wants people to be a part of her art. Look, touch, read. Walk around, sit by, think about. So she wants people to kind of interact with her art. They're part of the creation, which is kind of cool. And just like when she was a child who named a hill the lizard's back, Maya names her projects, often words from nature. Names such as Sounding Stones, Topo, the Wave Field, 10 Degrees North, Reading a Garden. And after naming a piece, the final step in shaping her artwork, Maya Lin, the artist-architect, is ready to dream, think again, and create something new. And that's the end. So part of the activity that goes along with this book is I wanted you to know that right now we're living through a historic moment in time. And, this is something that, 10, 15, 20 years from now, if you have kids, or, in 30 years if you have kids, they're going to be learning about this because it's something so big and it's affecting so many people. So I wanted you to brainstorm and think about what kind of memorial, which is something that's kind of put up to remind people of what happened. What kind of memorial would you make for the coronavirus pandemic? So I have a little example here, and you'll have to excuse me because I accidentally dipped it in my coffee. It's just a really quick little thing, and I use the computer. You can use the computer. You can draw it with, your pencils and crayons. Just get some ideas on paper. It doesn't have to be perfect because a beginning sketch is never this perfect thing. But anyway, so I drew mine. I thought that a memorial would have some of the people that were, heroes during this time. As you know, a lot of us are staying home, working from home, but there are some people out there that can't stay home and can't work from home. We have doctors and nurses and everybody that works in a hospital that is there to take care of sick people. We have our grocery store cashiers and associates who make sure that there's enough food for us to eat in the grocery stores. And we also have our delivery people. The mail is still running. You can usually still get packages. So, like FedEx and the post office and UPS, they are all still delivering mail and packages. And also the people, the truck drivers who take the food to the stores, they're still working. And if it wasn't for these people still working, I think we would have a harder time now than we are having. So, and there are people out there who are still struggling, but we have, access to food, and we have people that are going to take care of us if we get sick. So my memorial would have each of these people on it. To show that they were the people who kept working to keep everything going while, we're doing, social distancing and trying to keep from getting sick and trying to keep from other people getting sick. So I want to see your ideas. What kind of memorial would you make to remember this time in history? We're living during history right now, which is really cool. Okay, so I can't wait to see your artwork, and I miss you guys, and have a great day.